get right into it. It looks like we did another poll, and Vexer playing Cloaks won by 11 votes to 6. So we're doing another league matchup, the final league matchup of season 20. Think I can get another win in? Maybe? I don't know. I want to get a good hand, but this is the final league matchup for season 20. Vexer and I are just gonna try it out. I will be playing Cave Goblins versus Cloaks. Cloak's got a bunch of tricks that like they can sort of just like play keep away with like smoke bomb, and they use smoke bomb so you can't attack anything. Shove their own units back with guild gunners or machinists that attack and then moto boots back or something. Cloaks can play a really mean keep away game. They can also play a really mean assassinate game with Out of Shadows with all of their movement tech. It's just like so difficult to play around. That yeah, the keep away and assassinate game is just on point, and I mean they can like rush you too. Like cloaks are just yeah, they're just insane. Cloaks are very versatile, great at everything, but luckily, I didn't save it. Luckily, keep away and assassination mean nothing against sneaks. I mean, like obviously we have to not be stupid, but like sneaks can't get trapped, and we're just rushing down. There's no keep away game, so it's just a game of can sneaks get in there? Can we just win like cave goblins do and go ham, or not? It's been like honestly a couple months since I've played cave goblins, so like skill issue in that regard, but they're always fun. So let's get right to it. Oh, it doesn't look like it's formatted quite right, and yeah, I'll just accept the link and we'll get going. And so, as always, we're going to do an hour clock. So, if our clock hits an hour, you get to finish that turn and then you concede. And that's that. I'll post about this as well. And Cloak's going first. That's already a pretty massive L. I saw Adamant 3 Run reflecting in the Discord server about how this season's matchup seem a little bit. The sound effects. This season's matchups are a little weird, or like there's a lot that seem like either one-sided or kind of just like draw dependent. Like Savannah Elf's Wayfair is a lot of fun, but it really just like you really feel the differences um in draws and luck and turn order and whatnot. And this seems like another one. I mean, it's another Cape Goblins and Wayfarers are like debatably the most similar faction in there. Just like we have one way, it is rush like hell. Um, and yeah, we get in there. Yeah, sneaks. I haven't played him in a while. Like, I'll be real. I've been sleeping on sneaks. I gotta get those games in. Like, cause there's things like I don't know. I haven't played sneaks in so long. Like, I just don't think. I just don't know about like event management. Like things like in Rage of the Horde. Like probably like what when I was playing more sneaks, I would like in Rage of the Horde turn one, probably either play it or discard it. These days, it sounds like what I hear people saying is like, ain't no way you can discard it and Rage the Horde, and like you just need that to go bang. But like, you really want to draw that first event, or sorry, the first gate, as the Gobbies. So holding an event, like well, it seems like the higher skill payoff. Um, if I can't do it well, or like I can't get myself in a position where I can play this within a turn or two, like I could really just be shooting myself in the foot. Even if that is like, even if me being better, I'd be able to find a use for it. Hopefully, we can get a use in a turn or two here or something. We'll see. We'll see. Um, Even with these slingers off the bat, like reasonable. I mean, like it's a shame it's not unrelenting. That's always the best one to just start with. I don't know. Like we put a slinger here. We put a beast rider here. I mean, it's a pretty shitty. Oh, they're gonna force the gunner. I'm not sure what sort of setup they're going for here. Is this going down there? Oh, this is coming to my face. Gotcha. Gotcha. It all makes sense now. Yep, that's a board wipe. Alrighty. I wonder. Could we do like 1 move, 2 move, 3 move with something and then sneak in? Like, so Slinger can get 2 attacks. We have something like a Climber getting 2 attacks. No, it would have to be Blarf that we put up there. Blarf gets 2 attacks for 1. Sneaks attacks. Sneaks in with a Climber. Climber gets 2 attacks. I mean, it is a lot of dice to roll. And I like that it gets Enrage the Horde out of the hand. I don't love where it puts sneaks. There's something wrong with this play that I'm not seeing. I don't know. I mean, I like that I'm just playing all the cards, you know? Always happy to play all the cards. And, oh, no, I think... Alright, we're playing a Grokes game. Never mind. Screw that. That showcase was a bit too stressful for me. We're just gonna nope out of that. Yeah, put the Climber back here, and then we move everything forward. So, yeah, I mean, it's... I don't know. Takes the turn from, like, bad to good, so you feel like it's gotta be worth it. 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, and then Enrage the Horde. Alright. I don't like how Blarf is just in there, gonna die, but what can you do? What can you do? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll say hi in chat in just a second. I want to finish this turn. Hey Ben, you got this. Thank you, thank you. And let's discard the... Wait, what am I saying? Okay, anyway. Let's see. Hopefully we get all the kills. Okay, that's huge. Hopefully this kills as well. Alright, 2 for 2. We need it. We need it. Hey, heck, if we get this, I'll hold the Beast Rider. Guaranteed. No decision. Alright, do we make a decision? Do we discard the Beast Rider? Like, there's a world, because... I feel like it's probably gonna be useful. We'd probably just rather play it next turn than discard it. But man, do I want to draw a gate. And like, if we draw another Beast Rider, it feels bad. I can drop 1 Beast Rider, right? Like, but if I draw my events, it's gonna feel bad. want to get to that gate. I don't know. All right, tell me what you would do. I think I'm gonna discard it. I think I want the gate. Keep. Ooh. Keep is my instinct too, but then I'm just like, I draw another Beast Rider. Keep the gate. All right. Alice persuades me. Alice persuades me. And we didn't draw another Beast Rider, and this hand looks good. We didn't draw a gate, so maybe the next card is gate. The next card is gate. I win. The next card isn't gate. You win, allies. All right. Just jumping in, saying hi. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. A bit just tired in general, but like Summoner Wars keeps me awake, keeps me alive. Um, New factions, like I take the factions pretty slowly. So like, while Waterdeep had like 50, 100 games within like a week or two or something, like I still can count on one hand how many times I've played the Forged. um, I finally queued some games in public with the Grokes. Yeah, I like ask me again in a month is like the big answer to the question, but feel like playing with Grokes in um other matchups and they can really feel strong. Like I know we're like playing a game right now, but yeah, I'll just while they finish the turn. Let's see. What did like I just queued these games recently, and like this game has just been like me turtling behind a ton of gates. Like you can just turtle behind gates as certain things. Like I played with Beans easily against a Kulu, and like oh my goodness, the Seers are so good. So yeah, Seers seem really good. That's my next level take with Hecatea, but I still haven't played like tons of matchups. It seems like Hecatea is like viable to be rushed down. I don't know. And the Fords just seem like really strong like aggro summoner. I don't see how it could possibly be different, but might be. I don't know. Maybe there's some way to play them like economically hang back. I know Allies was sort of talking about that. We shall have to see. Yeah, Vexer's still thinking. So silly for me thinking it was otherwise. Yeah. What about you guys playing any crazy games with the new factions? Anything turning around? I wonder. I don't know. The Force seem like pretty well rounded because like they're gonna have a decent ability to like get the drop on any faction that doesn't want to have the drop be gotten on them, and they're also just like they can just pump out a ton of damage and like swap in places of things to assassinate. Like they just seem like very well rounded, but also aggressive. And Rogue seem like this is all just me just forming my thoughts, but Grok seem very strong in matchups that she's allowed to be like very passive, I guess. Because I play so much just against the Forged, I wasn't sure. But like in matchups like against a Kulu or like some other summoner that just lets you sit back and be passive, it's like, oh crap. Like she can be really scary in those situations. Okay, we need to get in there somehow. We need to draw a gate, basically. You think we do an early sneak in to try to bait them into doing something stupid? What does this play? Why is Vox over there? Still pushing it. Not the best so far, but has potential. I just played Forge exclusively for 2 weeks now. That's how I'm feeling. That's how I'm feeling with Grokes. Then I've been off of async play for a while. I was like, I just gotta get some games in. Frogs, they're so good. Unrelenting would be real fun. Oh goodness. 6 days a week is not fun. Yeah, hope you get to try them out soon. They're definitely real special. Is how it's feeling. how it's feeling to me. Okay. This clinger is useless. That's awesome. Always love it when your clingers are useless. I'm tempted to sneak in. Rider to there. Eh? Eh? I mean, it just dies, but like, and that's a negative. Like, you got me. It's not good. But if we're sneaking in with Blarf, like, forcing them to have something, do we hold Enrage the Horde? Ah, I hate it. I hate it. I hate holding things. Oh, we need gates. We need gates. I think you might die if you advance sneak right now. Not enough things on the board to cover your flanks. Um, could be right. You could be right. I can cover my behind. I mean, mm, I'm thinking it's like I I don't feel like there's a way for them to really get me. Though I could be wrong. And Simpson, do we want to focus Simpson? Um, with Sneaks, Blarf, and the Beast Rider just to like get that early magic. Since it can't really get out of there, right? Yeah, I feel like I totally respect that. I feel like I can at least cover my behind, and it's a risk I want to take. But it is most certainly a risk. I could put the Beast Rider here on Sinsin. I could just finish off Sinsin and like now I have infinite magic for the rest of the game. The first thought I had was to go for the Gunner. I mean, going for Sinsin isn't bad. Hmm. This play feels overextended. Is the only problem. And yeah, my plan is Slinger to here, and then we sneak into Blarf. Oh, do we want to enrage the horde or something? Yep, the modem machine is there already. I need to ask. I never asked Vexer about his cloaks experience. I talked to him a little bit, and he said that it's one of the few things in this game that he's not a fan of is stashing machinists. That he would change hand cannon to be on ranged only, which isn't that hot of a take. uh, but it is sort of from Vexer because Vexer's usually pretty tame about like calling for like I don't know. He's usually pretty mellow, not calling for any revolutions here. Um, he just did it though. Well, I mean, I think that's part of the thing. Is like he doesn't. Well, I really shouldn't speak for him. This is like a conversation or two that we've texted about. But he doesn't like things that either feel underpowered, like they're not working, or feel overpowered. And I mean, it just seems like he's a really strong player that can see all the moves, and so like he feels like he's got to do it because it's the best. See you later, Shidenkai. Okay, the question: do we go for Sinsin? Uh, I mean, making it slightly harder for them to attack the Beast Rider by not having it like literally adjacent to a gate is kind of nice. Um, there's no enrage the horde play here, is there? There just like isn't really. Where are we going with the Beast Rider? I want to just take out the gun. I mean, the gunner, because like if they don't have another one in hand, that's a bunch of damage on sneaks. Um, Sneaks could get 3 attacks right now, especially with blocks. This could be a ton of early damage. This could really not pay off. This could really not go great. I'd kill the gunner. Beans confirmed it. Confirmed by Beans easily. Best play. Um, do. Killing Gunner mean Vox kills Ryder most likely. I agree. Beans knows best. Yeah, Beans, I need you to like play for me. Like I'm not even joking. Like yeah, you gotta give me the hot tips. All right. Do I hold all three of these cards? What do you guys think? Vexer, I'm expecting like to just like see Vexer's eyes widen as like, ooh, he's gonna let me kill Sneaks, is he? Because yeah, Vox just kills this for free, and then there's still like maybe another 3 attacks on Sneaks. It's not great. Um, I would consider discarding a Climber because I don't think we need it right now. Um, we need the gate still, exactly. Like I want to hold Enrage because it's insane. Like this next turn is the turn we want to draw the gate. We really want to draw the gate this next turn. Like we advance with Sneaks. We want it. All right. I'm convincing myself. Even though like you don't want to discard these 0 costers. We could discard the Clinger too, but that just feels like throwing. All right. We didn't hear from Beans, so we're going. Didn't draw a gate. Drew another Beast Rider though. Hopefully we don't die. But yeah, I mean, maybe there's a world where you just kind of play more patiently as cave goblins until you draw the gate. I don't know. I sometimes when the early game isn't like falling right into my hand because of good draws, I sometimes play a bit recklessly to try to make up for it. Like take a risk like this one to try to make it work. And by the early game isn't like going great for me. I mean, I didn't get like literally the best thing that could have happened like turn 1 being like a crazy unrelenting turn or something, and we're over a third of the way through the deck and we don't have a gate. That's bad luck, but like not like r- raging throwing the computer out the window bad luck, just regular bad luck. Need to play more cave goblins. Cave goblins are a very impressive faction for the master set where like everything feels very well balanced, except for like unrelenting is kind of really good in deck building, but like also it's not. Like unrelenting is like kind of too good for the cost, but like it's not even like it, there's no deck where it's like, oh boy, that value from unrelenting is really just like too strong, like in the deck building arena where there's things way worse than that. Yeah, really the only thing wrong with like Sneaks' deck is the eater. Like or like the only thing that just like feels like like the only thing I would like even consider changing about this deck is the eater. Like yeah, the sort of deck that if it came out today, it would rock your socks off, you know. And would also like get complaints of like faction is too one sided or like too doing the same thing all the time. I love cave goblins. could, could you tell? Could you tell? Person who never plays cave goblins loves cave goblins. Crazy. Skill issue. Are we only up against 2 attacks? This 4 dice ain't nothing. Man, we need that gate. Never mind. Maybe I don't love cave goblins. If if I don't have a single gate in the top half of my deck, cave goblins are going into the F tier. I'm busting out tier maker, going from S to F in a split second. Better be in the next 3 cards. This bastard. It's just like, yeah, okay, I'll put a Machinist over here. But I mean, we're giving him time to do it. Which is unfortunate. Ideally, there would be no time. Probably one of the most like broken quote unquote interactions in the master set is how mind control can just insta kill feed the eater, or can just insta kill the eater. I mean, even that, the eater like might still, yeah, the eater's just like utterly. I mean, it's already unplayable, but it's just like so unplayable into Cthulhu. It's like blast and um Tempest. Just there's so much anti-eater stuff. But hypothetically, eater real cool. But like in terms of like some like weird, I don't know what the right word is, but just like hard counter interactions that feel like kind of like weird edge case things, like Albus like killing a lioness, like stuff like that. Like not that many of those things in like Summoner Wars period. Like you wouldn't like expect to go that way. Maybe this thing is segment in your opinion. 2 damage, you don't kill something. I see that. I don't know. My take is like +4 health or something. I don't know. Like I kind of like the ability. Like let's just stat like I kind of like it just being like a crazy downside, but like let's just like and I like it being like a trap. Like I like it being the noob trap of like it's actually pretty hard to get it to like proc its ability. But so I say keep the ability and just stat it well. I say just like bump the give it a bunch more health. um, that'd be good. What a bastard, right? Can we talk about this guy and how he's bullying me? What a bastard! I'm gonna have to like inactivity this turn. What an annoying little guy. I would do nothing of the sort, allies. I resent every and all implications. I'm tempted not to rush down. Like I'm tempted to just like inactivity. Cause like okay, I'm seeing something where like we get a Beast Rider here with a Klinger. Um and like so then we at least have the forward gate, I guess. Like I guess that's cool or something. But like, if I do this, Vox just goes here, kills the Beast Rider. Something else just easily kills this Klinger, and then like, what am I doing with my life? Which makes me think, fuck it. What if we just like blarf and don't give you any good targets? Nah, the Cave Goblin wet. Like, we gotta get in there, right? Surely, surely, surely. This seems like such a silly, stupid play. We're just putting like everything on the line and for nothing. Because like I don't really want to retreat with sneaks either right now. Is there a better play somehow? Ugh, we just need the gate. We just need so many things. Okay, what's the world where we just like inactivity this stupid turn? Um, Mimer goes like here with the slinger. Um, Slinger, Climber, and we're gonna swap in with Blarf. And what's our third move? It just feels bad to swap in with Blarf. We could do something else. I mean, I could Climber to here, but sneaks there. Send a Beast Rider here, so then we're claiming this area. I mean, I'm just gonna think about a bunch of different options and then end up doing the thing that I thought of at first. What is it? We do this. We have a Slinger over here. And then we also put Sneaks over here. And then we swap with Blarf from here. Ugh, I hate it. And then we take inactivity damage. So awful. It is so awful. Potentially weak to an Out of Shadows play. Out of Shadows to grab my forward gate spot would be pretty bad. I mean, we could just put Sneaks back there, but we don't really want to block that. I mean, we could just put the Climber there. I mean, again, we don't really want to block it, but eh. Okay. I mean, this as opposed to just the crazy Beast Rider play, where now we have a Beast Rider up there, and at least they're preoccupied. Let's throw a bunch of resources in the abyss for not very much gain. Oh, I feel like this is a really tough turn. Hmm. feel like we just gotta go for this. I don't see the other plays like really working. This play seems bad. Do we just hit blocks? Do we just occupy this side of the gate and hit blocks? That's kind of interesting. I feel like the answer is no. I would rather just get the forward gate. I hadn't considered it though. It's a shame we can't get both sides of the gate. That'd be kind of good. With a sneak. It's just because they just hit this and then boost to the side and then they get the Machinist. And then it's just all over. And it's just all bad. You protect the rider if they do, but then they just versatile kill the Klinger and then come out and then just kill the Beast Rider. I'm also thinking about like, do we keep sneaks here? I feel like damned if I do, damned if I don't sort of thing. Because like, Out of Shadows is 100% an option right now. Slinger goes one space up. Here. Slightly more exposed. We could put it a space to the right as well. But I wonder what's more optimal there. Okie doke. Well, I don't know. I'd rather have some way of doing clingers in the future. I think fuck it. We're keeping Blarf here, or we're keeping sneaks here for some stupid reason. Oh, you know, we could swap sneaks with like the slinger. That's probably better. Hmm. In that case, do we want to send the slinger one more forward? Man, really going to Think Town for this one. I don't think so, because then Simpson can still attack us. I mean, I kind of like where we are is the thing with sneaks. Yeah, okay. Well, it was a shit turn. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if this is like the hardest turn we have to deal with all game. I wonder if we slide to the slinger. Oh, we could have slide over here. Oh, is that would that be it? I mean, Sneaks is kind of dead if we do that. But like, suddenly we're in their back row with Sneaks, and if they don't have Out of Shadows, they're not getting to my side over here. I wonder if that was it. I mean, that might have just been like the sort of like gotta have the guts to do it play that we needed. Don't have any magic for Enrage the Horde. I feel like I like need to discard a Slinger or something. This is bad. Blarf is gonna take a damage. Oh well. More crap. just needed to discard for the gate. Sniper's going for the slinger. All right. I wonder. I think I should have snuck in. I think that would have been better. Like, I think this is a turn where. See, I'm not thinking. I forget about Sly. Sometimes I'm not thinking about all of the Cave Goblin's tools. I'm not good enough at them. We go here, and then we just sneak in. Yeah, and then profit. Like I don't know. Like, I don't think they're getting more than 6 range dice. And I mean, like, we never get to use sneaks again, but like, hey, we just hope that it works for us. That we draw the gate. We've done a ton of pressure. I don't know. I mean, like, it's like borderline Hail Mary, but like, I don't know. Sometimes you got to go for it. Yeah, it is a rough one. Them killing the slinger, like, is the last straw. I can't take it. Can't take it. Should just put it over here. To trust in my instincts. But like, it's like I'm seriously not gonna have anything that can take a clinger next turn. What a shit hand. The second Machinist confuses you. I forget why they did it. Has it attacked this turn, this game? I mean, more units on the field, the better against sneaks, might just be the philosophy. Hope that sniper misses. Ugh. 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 Engineer convention. Yeah. Miss. Okay. We're in the game. This is a great game. This is a great game. Game of Summoner Wars, favorite game. I love Summoner Wars. That was a movement attack. God damn it. This is a shit game. Don't recommend it. I mean, they can't do all of these attacks though. So let's fucking go. What a great game. What a beautiful, perfect, like untouchable game. Like Summoner Wars, best game. So good. Miss, you piece of shit. That's what I thought. All right. This is this is what we were hoping for. Just something, something, something to give me hope. Something to give. All right, let's not blow our chance. Let's not blow the chance we've been given here. Okay, do we enrage the horde this turn? I mean, that's like all of our resources. But like, Jesus, where's the gate? Where's the gate? Do we sneak? Do You found his weakness. Bad rules. Oh, that was so amazing. I loved it. All right, the gate over there is rough. Um, I like just rolling. I like just rolling 4 dice on blocks. I don't know. Kind of good. Um, I mean, all of this is more dice than we need, really. Um, like the Clinger with the Enraged Horde can kill the Bandit. Sneaks can kill this. Um, and then we're not even like using a third attack, but fuck it, put a Slinger up there or something. And I don't know, Climber goes here or something. We can totally take out Smeg. We're gonna get 4 magic from Sinsin. Just put Smeg in their face and force them to kill it. I mean, it's one more way they can out of shadows towards me. Are there any sneak plays I'm missing? There just isn't. There's no sneak plays, right? There's nothing good. I think we discard sneak. I don't know. We're gonna have a lot of magic. I think we also discard pylon. Means we're gonna end the turn with like maybe 6 magic if we kill these units. And also play Smeg. Okay, I think I'm gonna play Smeg. I could play Sneak just to. I could play Sneak just to get this Slinger to here, so I can put Smeg here in a spot that's slightly harder to be killed. Like I hate putting Smeg right in front of blocks, you know. And it's just asking for it. But I would rather like I don't know. I'd rather discard. I'd rather discard. I'd rather discard. Would I? I mean, Sneak is good. It's a good event. My play could be here, here, up a space, left a space, left a space. I mean, I guess we go up a space. Okay, sure, whatever. Let's play Sneak. Sure. Why not? Why not? Smeg forward a space? Nah. Keep Smeg safe. Blarf sucks and is useless, and I hate him. Yeah, and we don't even have all of our attacks. We really like don't even need Enrage the Horde. Well, let's see how we roll. Let us see. Get the 2. Oh, I should do the Slinger. I should have done the Slinger first, because Gate Destruction could be a thing here. We had 2 for 2'd it. It's a very silly thing to care about. I could still like sneaks into the Clinger's position to like fuck with them. You know. Okay, do we do a really, really weak Enrage the Horde? Or do we save it for a better turn? I'm tempted to save it. Like, I know I've been holding it this entire game, but like, I feel like we can get more use out of it. And them just knowing that that's gone. I feel like a better turn's got to be coming our way. But I hate that the sniper can just kill the slinger. It's just like not, we're gonna do 1 damage to Vox and we might not kill the sniper. I mean, if we do kill the sniper, it's like hashtag worth. But yeah, let's hold it. Be greedy. Okay, we drew a gate. That's good. Operation That's Good is in full effect. Drew the Clinger and the Sneak. Where is my Unrelenting? Like, if any of these turns could be our Unrelenting turn, it's just gonna really suck if we draw Unrelenting and we've already petered out. Like, you want Unrelenting to be at your peak. Like, you're on the board, you have so much presence on the board. So then the Unrelenting comes and they can't take away your any of your board presence for an entire turn. Like this would be great because we finally have established ourselves. But instead we got nothing. But that's okay. That's okay. Was this worth it without the Enrage the Horde? Putting this next to Vlox? Like, was it worth 2 range dice on Vlox to kill a Slinger? As opposed to just having it back somewhere safe. And then Vlox has to like actually like work to use his superpower. I mean, I want to punish him. I liked it in the play where we were playing the Enraged Horde, but then we ended up just moving the Slinger up anyway, so we didn't need the Enraged Horde to kill this unit, and then everything started to fall apart. Yeah, nothing's obvious right now, unfortunately. Your opponent may attack. They're gonna take back the forward gate spot. Well, that's the worst time for them to do it for me, because we did in fact want to just drop a gate right there. Um, yeah, that big suck. That big suck. Unfortunate. If we had put Smeg here, they might have thought twice about this play. Hmm. Hmm. Where do we put our gate if we can't put it there? All the way into the corner, huh? Afraid to slip by? Where do we put the gate? Like, here? And here? Probably it. Just because we can occupy the forward space of it after we place it. I'm guessing this would actually be like this. And then we'll play sneak to just like get everything that we want ever. Whoa. I really hope they like, don't go for the clinger or like miss or something. Come on, Gunner's gotta attack the slinger. Slinger's always a big threat, right? Gotta go for it. But I don't feel like Vexer will bite. Like, I feel like keeping my gate spots at bay is like thing he can worry about right now. Give it a good hard thunk. Let's fucking go. Okay. So, guys, we found we found the secret to how. Oh, they can just do both. What was I thinking? Of course they. We found the secret to how Ben has a chance against Vexer. It's just stupid good luck. The only way. The only way. Can we enrage this turn? I wonder if there's a world where we just want to put the gate here. Even though we can't grab the forward spot. I mean, we could put it here. I mean, this isn't much of a forward gate, but like something. This is a pretty big decision, unfortunately. Lucky win is still a win. True, true. Okay, so if we end up with gate spot here and like gate spot here, I mean, I feel like this doesn't serve us super well. This is as opposed to gate spot here and gate spot here. I prefer this. Do we hold and rage another turn? I'm fine with that. Okay. What are our... Do we even need to play sneak? I mean, I feel like we gotta discard sneak if we're not playing it. This kind of feels like an enraged turn now that I'm looking at it. Now that I look at it in the flesh. I feel like Blarf has failed us. Do we just damage Blarf? I mean, we could damage Blarf and leave sneaks where we're at right now. We could also go for 2-on-2 gunner and sneak into this clinger spot. If we're really feeling spicy. They do have dagger magic now though, so now is when we start to be a little bit more thoughtful about the things we think about. Let's see, how much magic will we have at the end of the turn? If we kill all of these, we're still going for a 2-for-2 on this gunner, also notably. If we kill all of these, that's 3 magic. -1 plus the enrage to 7. So we could still afford to buff Blarf. I mean, I feel like it would be worth it to keep Blarf at 1 health if we can afford the magic, which we appear to be able to, like, totally and completely. So, oh, and we can discard Sneak if we want to. Oh, but we also need to pay for Smeg. Yeah, Blarf has not done us a lot of good. Blarf has suck. And this really just isn't much of a board presence at all. Goodness. And we're hoping we like get some kills here. He's the champ killer though. Maybe we'll dagger redeem himself. We could hope. Oh, please go like 1 for 3 or something. Or please okay. Yeah, I think we have to. I mean, we could sneak in, but it's suicide. I mean, did we swap with this? We swap with this Klinger and Slinger instead? I feel like Slinger's too valuable. Life is doing nothing right now. All right. This is for all the marbles. I mean, we don't really need, like, I'm thinking about like getting to 6, but like who cares if we can play the Eater? I mean, like, the philosophy of, yeah, the Eater's bad, but you might as well play it if you can, I suppose is relevant. Okay, we did get the 2 for 2. Did we go to Eater Magic even? Like, Sneak feels like one of the ways that we like do something crazy to take back this game. We're almost in the end game right now, which is notable. We still don't have an unrelenting. Ah! Kill me! Oh my goodness. Both unrelentings, bottom 10. Oh, we gotta pivot. We gotta pivot to something that's bad and not good. Or wait, no, not. I want to discard Sneak, but Sneak is like good. Sneak is one of the ways we can do a good thing. If I discard Sneak, I can threaten the Eater, so he's gonna play around the Eater, and then maybe we draw Unrelenting. I'm discarding it. It's gonna play around the Eater, maybe, not really. We got the Clingers and the Beast Riders. I don't know. I mean, he's gonna have to play around that copy of Sneak for the rest of the game. Both Unrelenting's bottom 6. God. I mean, it also sucks when you draw them both on like your first hand. You really Sneak stuff goes really well when like you get your gate at the beginning, you get a bunch of units, then around the mid game is when you get events like bit by bit in order, like partialed out throughout the units. Rewarded. Big Eater. I mean, Hergrada, you're always asking for the for the champs that I refuse to play. And heck, this might be it. I mean, like, God, the Eater's so punishable. Like, where could the Eater go that'd be good? I think like if they let me go like here or something. Just the thing about the Eater is like, especially against Vexer, like he could just like he could just run. Like Eater could easily be played around, and if he kills all my unit, like I need another bad turn from Vexer. I need like I need like him to only kill one thing. I need Blarf to stay alive because without like if this board gets wiped, what are we gonna do? Play the Eater and a Klinger? Like Ah, panic. Panic mode. Machinus is coming in. Ah, shit. He's repositioning in his workshop. Wax is sitting at full health the entire fucking game. And skill issue. I wonder if this Machinus is moving forward 2 spaces. I feel like it is. I don't know why I feel that way. This 3 for 3s I'm conceding. Don't make me do it, Vexer. Don't make me do it. Alright. Still gonna kill Blarf, but it's fine. Oh, and then they can... And then Vox can still finish off Smeg. What a dirty bastard this guy is. Alright, well this Machinus can't advance at least. I mean, fuck it. I can put the Eater right here. It's only 9 health, and it's gonna get 1 shot. Like, we successfully can put the Eater in a situation where, like, he has to deal with it. But it still sucks, because it's just gonna die immediately. Ah. Okay. 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 Attacks blocks worth it. You misspelling in that sentence made it a lot better. Okay. Eater. I was gonna say there's a clinger behind it, but there's not, because of course there isn't. Alright. Eater. 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 Eater to here, so we're not just throwing. Eater to a place that's like kind of show it to him. Alright. Eater to here is just like dead. Eater to here is like pretending like we have hopes and dreams. What if Vox? What if we sneak in to kill that Machinus? That sounds kind of good. Sounds kind of cool. No way we don't play the Eater here. Eater on the Machinist. I want the Eater here though, because like it's very hard for him to just like run away from me in that situation. Okay, we go here to here. We sneak in for that. We have 3 attacks. We're gaming. Don't forget the part where we're gaming. Yeah. I like it. We're not gonna play this clinger this turn. Eater. Yeah. Yeah. Showcase game. The Eater. Couldn't agree more. Couldn't agree more. Alright. We're gonna get some whack ass rolls too. It's gonna be great. Would I rather do... Okay, we are going to be able to attack with all these things. Would I rather... I want sneaks here because I don't want the backside exposed. Would I rather put the clinger in front so we, like, actually kill that Machinus, maybe? We could still 4 for 4 it, but, like, you know. I feel like I want to, like, kill it because Out of Shadows is pretty bad if they miss. But like this way, this is the play that I do the other play if I feel like I'm really behind, because there's a chance I still 4 for 4 and then there's a chance I hit this 4 for 4 too. and just like let's just start assuming that like if we're really behind, let's like go for the crazy dice rolls. But I don't know if this Machinist lives, which it's guaranteed to. I feel like we can still take sort of a safe play. We still don't have Unrelenting. I want to die. Oh my god. Um, do we go for like how fricked are we right now? God, the Eater's so bad. Um, how bad is this? Do I need to like shoot for the moon right now? Do I need to put it all on the line and like go for the super good rolls? Um, we kill the Machinist, kill the Sniper. They do some bullshit, do a bunch of damage to the Eater and or Sneaks. Next turn we have Unrelenting. All right, let's let's just keep playing. Let's keep playing like it's any old game. Oh wait, I'm forgetting. I can't attack with all four of these units. Okay, no, that definitely changes it. Yeah. Okay. No, I think this is the only play in that case. I'm just stupid. Don't mind me. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Unrelenting. Please. I mean, hopefully they go through the Eater and the Sneaks, and then we draw Unrelenting, and then we have that turn or something. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm sneaking in here. Um, they can still get lethal dice on me with Vox and Machinist. That's fine. I'm like, all right. So here's the part where I'm gonna explain how Sneaks is safe. uh, no gate for 10 cards, then no Unrelenting for 20 cards. Skill issue, basically. But you know, like that's part of Sneaks is like figuring a way around that, and good players like I see Vexer like taking a few turns with Obsidian Dwarves before charging forward. Like you can like skill issue. Like given a tough situation, you fold under the pressure. Like no, but it's definitely tougher when the draws are not good. Okay, so what was the thing I was saying? Okay, I think we just gotta hold all this, right? No way we don't. No way we don't. No way we don't. Okay. So what I was saying is Sneaks is a bit... Okay, so here's the reason Sneaks is safe, and then here's the reasons we're not safe. Okay, not safe first is just like... It could be 10 dice on Sneaks this turn. I feel like that's kind of bad, because the Machinist is then going to die. They're probably going to miss. Machinist is going to die. Sneaks is never going to be seen again. So I don't think he would go for that. If I put Sneaks here, I would be a lot more worried because all it takes is a dagger. There's a Machinist here. If we didn't kill the Machinist, Machinist can double attack. Dagger is 5 dice. All you need is Vox to copy dagger, and that's another thing. So if Sneaks had his backside open, his rear end even, then we could then this would just be like throwing, because Vexer is at the magical point of 4 magic, which is even if they didn't have the dagger, if by some miracle it was in like the bottom 5 cards, because you never discarding dagger, even if they didn't have it, it's good to threaten. But let's be real, they have it. Let's look at Vexer's discards actually. I'm curious. 2, held 2 that turn. Held 2 last turn, and the turn before that held 3. Okay. But yeah, forcing them to do something. I don't know. Like, and the Eater's in a spot. Like, I don't think the Eater is vulnerable to just being like runaway times, but maybe like attack. Move. Moto boots, move, attack. Move fate. Oh, we can't get back. I don't know. Yeah, I feel like there is a way that these units wouldn't be exposed, but then is there also a world where you then smoke bomb this Machinist so the Eater doesn't have an option? I mean, it's not that big of a deal. Like, I don't feel like So I'm guessing there is a world where they could play around Feed the Eater, but I think the value they would lose doing that probably isn't worth it. So I think I'm hoping we're at least in a position where they're gonna have to go through all 9 health of the Eater. I really think of the Eater like Eater 512, Eater 513. I think like it's all we need. Just a little bit more health. Like, you know, it's a big lad. You really want to just like feel the big stomp whenever you put because like I don't even have a metric for it for how I explain like why the Eater feels bad. It's just like it's just too easy to kill. I'm trying to think if like there's another champion I can like compare it to. I mean, you have lots of 5 cost champions that get 9 health. Um, but then they usually have lower attack. I feel like it's like best comparable to something like Monstrosity or Sekhmet. Um, how much health does Sekhmet have? Let's look at Sekhmet's stats. Um, Sekhmet has the benefit though of flight, which like really is where a lot of that comes from. Sekhmet's not a good argument for us because it costs more and it's only 1 more health. Um, Sekhmet is flight, so it works. Okay. Yeah, I don't like just playing it doesn't feel like it's like for how easy it is to play around for how like so many decks have tools to like play around the Eater and like how much of a downside Feed the Eater is as an ability. um just doesn't feel like it sticks around well enough, or like okay, may I put it this way, so like the Eater, the tough thing is putting the Eater in a situation where the opponent actually has to kill the Eater. Like that is the puzzle you have to find. You have to put the Eater in a spot where the opponent can't just run away. They actually have to pump the dice into the Eater. That is where you're winning. That is when you should be getting value out of the Eater. But instead, it only has 9 health and it just dies. Like what you should be rewarded for is instead just 9 health. Like most decks can get through that in a turn and a half. Your cost 12/5 seems right. Same abilities. Yeah, I think I'd want like some amount of playtesting, theory crafting. I think +3 or +4 health. But yeah, +4 might be too much. And the fact that I can't like give a logical justification does make me be like, okay, like any nonsense bullshit I pull out as needs playtesting is um does in fact need playtesting because what do I know? Yeah, it does feel like cloaks with movement do have decent tools to deal with sneaks. I just like that like sometimes I don't know, sneaks goes first. You draw your early gates, you draw unrelenting. Sorry, unrelenting both unrelenting's bottom 4. Can we just like fuck off for a second? Alright, at this point we're praying for it. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do a poll. Let's do a prediction. Where are the unrelentings? Do we believe? Alright. It's our prediction. Both unrelenting bottom 2. Yes, no. Do you believe? Both unrelenting bottom 2? Why is the only outcome? Alright, you got 2 minutes. It's not likely. Like, the smarter choice is both unrelenting. It's it's less likely to be last 2. But at this point, we've gone this far that like you want it to happen now. Like you want it to be the game where both unrelenting are bottom 2, right? Like you gotta believe. Draw every card and they're not there. You just don't draw them. The last 2 cards in my deck are Jacob Eldwin and Sekhmet. 2 more eaters. I mean, I would take it. I would take another eater. Stealing my gate spot. All right. I mean, so yeah, they've committed to the eater. Not able to insta kill sneaks. This is all W territory. Actually, they haven't eaten. I'm glad to see the one tag next to both of your names. I'm glad that you believe. So he's running and hiding a little bit. Like, we're calling out his nonsense. But yeah, like they just kill my boys and then we lose on value. It's not looking great. Like, not gonna sugarcoat this. Um, but I mean, there is the benefit of like if we can force them to go through some health of sneaks and the eater, like they go through the eater, they go through a bunch of health on sneaks, and then we do the unrelenting turn. Like that's ideal. The big thing with unrelenting is you don't want there to be champions and summoner that can be attacked during it. But yeah, so we force them to kill the eater, and I mean, it stuck. It stuck a turn. We take it. We take those. Oh goodness, but we just like don't have the pressure. Like, if we still didn't rage the horde, I mean, I can get in there. Is it any good? Not so, not so sure about that one. And then we don't get the 2 for 2. Um, that's flashy though. It is like you make a compelling argument. And then we're like in their face. The problem is the Machinist just goes here and Vox just kills them both. It's so L. It's unbelievable. Like I feel like we actually want to keep our units out of Vox's line of sight for a turn. You want to do it. I do. I do. Like make no mistake. Let there be no misunderstanding. What are other options? Slinger to here, Clinger to here. Okay, Climber to here. Sneaks to here, and then we sneak out. Hmm. I don't know. Maybe they miss. Ah, you want to do it though, right? You just want to do it. Like I'm not really seeing another play. Like we just put this guy here. I mean, we just attack. We attack this, I guess. We attack. I can't really sneak in and be safe though, just because of the threat of dagger just one-shotting me. Sorry, how many bandits have they summoned? Summoned a rough side. Ooh, they have summoned all 4. And they've summoned Sin. Okay, that is actually huge because that means if Sneaks goes here, the most if they get a dagger behind me, they can't dagger out. Like, okay, if we kill both of these bandits. There's a big if there. This changes things exactly. Like Sneaks is now not dead if we expose Sneaks, if both bandits are dead, because otherwise you could get both the dagger to attack and Vlox by swapping with a 0 cost, but all 0 costs could be dead in a second. Climber goes here, Klinger goes here. Um, uh, I'm not sure if all zero cost being dead is an option. Is a feasible option. Uh, Eater kills this. Um, what was the plan here? This Slinger goes here. Yeah, we can just put a Beast Rider here, right? He might draw an Unrelenting. Imagine. Sounds kind of ridiculous to me, but maybe. Okay, the problem is we only get 3 attacks. I mean, I can literally just put Sneaks here. I can just go here, Sneck. I mean, I could just move the Climber down a space and just Sneck to there. And then we get in with a Klinger. Oh, we have paralysis. Okay, and we should take a turn. Okay, let's just confirm again that this turn is bad. Where the Slinger goes here, and then our other move is like here. We get 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack. Slinger in for another attack. It's good except for the fact that it's bad, sort of thing. Like, these 2 units are just overextended and they die. Like, we need our units to live as long as possible. Okay, we're not going for that. Sneaks just goes here and we swap. Like, I really want to get this Slinger attack in now that I'm thinking about it. Sneaks just goes here and we swap with a Klinger. A Slinger. So, Beast Rider. I feel like that's the best I got. And yes, I hate giving it to them, but I don't know. Wiping the board is pretty sexy, I guess, and like forcing them to engage with us over here. Our only Slinger is gonna die before we've played an Unrelenting. Ah, ah. I mean, maybe we 3 for 3 it and don't need it. Easy, easy, easy. Or maybe we just keep Sneaks here. Do we play a Climber like in the back here? Okay, wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Thinking. I didn't play the freaking Climber. Alright, so if we get the 3 for 3, we don't need to expose our last Klinger before we've drawn an Unrelenting. Okay. Okay. This good? This good? This good? This good? This good? This good? Alright. Eater is fed. Please. 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 Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. Well, the Slinger has served us well. I mean, there's a world where we still just don't. Because, like, the Slinger misses and then we're sad. Sort of thing. Yeah, fuck it. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Alright, do we need to gaslight Vexer? Okay. We're gonna gaslight Vexer into thinking that we discarded the Unrelentings. You guys are gonna help me with that. Well, no, he's gonna. If we play them at any point this game, he will know, I guess. All right, all right. Mm, mm, mm. Let's go. Let's fucking go. We did it. We did it. We have won Summoner Wars. We have won Summoner Wars. We are so good. We are so good. Oh my goodness. Time for the payout. I don't think you guys get any points because no one bid against you, but like you should. You should. You believed. Both Unrelentings are bottom two. Yeah. You got complete prediction. What a game. And where was our gate? Where was our first gate here? Okay, we drew it. Bottom 13. Okay, so we can just say bottom half. All gates bottom half. They can still just not show up. Both gates bottom half. All gates bottom half. And and both Unrelentings bottom two cards. We have won. Oh, Marspad, thank you so much. Thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it. The support means a lot. Thank you so much. Hope you enjoy the winning Summoner Wars. It's literally like we've done it. There's nothing left for me in this game. We have we have completed our objective. I rule. I have earned it from from winning summoners. You get my sub from here on out, long as I can remember. Marspad, that means so much. Like seriously, thank you so much. I appreciate the support. It means a lot that you guys enjoy hanging out here. Enjoy watching the stream. Enjoy watching me fiddle around and take way too long and then lose over and over again. Appreciate it very much. All right, Vexer's going down. Now that we got both Unrelenting's bottom two, like my juices are pumping. It's time. He does rule, but never tell him that. We won someone. Our ego is through the roof. We cannot be tamed. We have. It almost happened to me once. I was playing with my Blood Summon Cool Dock deck, and it was bottom four cards. I think it was bottom three, and I hadn't drawn a Blood Summon, which is just like shit for that deck because you also run Onyx Tomes to reclaim Blood Summon, but you have to draw the first one at some point. And it didn't get bottom two. So I've had the both Blood Summons bottom three, but I haven't had bottom two. It's so sad. It's so sad. we almost won Summoner Wars a while ago, but now we've done it. God, how do I gaslight Vexer? Like, do I tell him I was holding Unrelenting the whole game? Could he even believe that? No, because there's been turns where we've had 0 cards, right? Maybe he wasn't noticing. We gotta gaslight him. The next thing you know, he summons Midi Mumway next stream. Ugh. For real. God, it would be really good to have drawn an Unrelenting right now too. It's so bad actually, because they're gonna kill the Eater, and now we have the turn where like we can like recycle our commons to hope to win the late game. Except they're all gonna fucking die. No. Start a rumor that one of the decks in Dev is a squirrel deck. Then you go nuts. Yeah, recently joined the playtesting server. Got some good decks cooking. Have a raisin themed deck. All about raisins. It's really interesting. Squirrel deck. Got a United States Senators deck. It's really kind of hip and meta. Alright. God. Where are the unrelentings? We're gonna lose. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. We're still gonna. Oh, the smoke bomb. Smoke bomb is the nail in a coffin. A singular nail in a singular coffin. That is. Okay, we just prep this turn. Do I put a gate in their face? Alright. Hear me out. Sneaks, gate, Beast Rider. We're losing this game. Man. Man, I wish we weren't losing this game. Okay, if we did this sort of play, we just can't hold. I mean, we're relying on them to break down this gate. Okay. I place the gate, but then I attack it. I'm going off the rails, man. No, but hear me. I place the gate and then I attack it. So I'm not gonna be like tempting them to just like not let the gate, because like I don't want to expose a unit, but I place the gate and then I attack it because that's gonna like force them to attack it, right? You're not just like not gonna attack the gate that's at 2 health. Ugh. It's the line. We have found the line. Oh, it's so good. Finally, all of our Summoner Wars skills are paying off. Let's actually get this so I can grab a Clinger. What a meme. What a fucking meme. Oh my goodness. I mean, hopefully this Beast Rider lives a while or something. Does Sneak swap with a Climber? Could Sneaks be somewhere better right now? Making Vexer double take since 1973. Alright, unfortunately we didn't get the 3 for 3 on the gate. That's a little unfortunate, and I don't think I want to swap with the Climber because I wouldn't want them to one-shot the Climber. Let's see. Climber attacks Sneaks, maybe? I don't think we're at that level yet. We're getting there though, we're getting there. And we gotta play fast, we have 8 minutes on the clock. Yeah, we're playing with 1 hour clock, so if the timer goes to 8 minutes, I'm conceding. Like, hold me to it. Don't let me be like, oh, we'll just finish it. Like, no, I'm conceding. Game's over. If we go past 8 minutes, we deserve to lose because we do not budget our time at all. It's such a meme. If he doesn't attack it and this doesn't work out for me, I'm mad. That might be what's about to happen. Okay, I think the gaslight that we're gonna go for Vexer is I'm gonna start off by saying, and I'm totally gonna bluff this, so you guys can just like watch me fumble this like beautiful ploy. But like I'm gonna say that we actually drew Unrelenting on like turn 2 or 3 or something, but then we drew Unrelenting on 2 or 3, but then we held it because like we just couldn't find a good place to play it that whole game. Like there was just it was just gonna protect one common or two. Like it just never seemed that good. So we just held it the whole game. I think like for at least a beat, that's gonna get Vexer to be like, oh my god, playing with an idiot. A skill issue. That reminds me. I a while ago I was like, I'm gonna get emotes for for subscribers and followers. I have 5 emote slots for subscribers and 5 for followers, and I've been meaning to fill those. I contacted one artist and it was like sort of things in the work, but then I don't know. One day, Ben 10 summoner emotes. I promise. I unfortunately they're on the back burner right now, but summoner was. I don't know, Vexer. They just weren't in the deck. Yeah, okay. That would be a good one too. To be like unrelenting. Oh, I normally just discard unrelenting. I don't. What like you think it's good? No, because like you really like if you think about it, you're not getting that much magic out of it. Like it's better to just like invest, like discard and just invest in champs. Like it's really just kind of mid card. Okay, what I'm scared he's gonna do is attack with the gunner, attack with the sniper, not attack the gate at all. Vexer, don't punish me, please. I need this Vexer. I need my stupid strat to work, Vexer. Break my gate, you coward. Break it. Break it. Break it. My opponent may attack. My opponent may attack. The gate with the Machinist. My opponent may attack. No! No. No. This bastard. Always going for the optimal play over falling for Ben's obvious trap. What is this? Ah! Yes, I guess this does burst Hagrada's bubble. Her Unrelenting was in the deck. I'm far from good for giving advice. But I did see Water D tier list, and this matchup looks pretty lopsided. Shouldn't Vexer be playing the uphill battle? See, I thought it would be like decent on. I thought it would be sort of decent for sneaks just because you could grab the initiative. But Vexer didn't tell me what he thought. But uh, he did say that he was surprised too that people didn't vote. So I'm guessing when we go into the talk after this, he's gonna talk about how it's a 80-20 matchup or something. Like I don't feel like it could be. I don't know. Like I really just don't feel like cloaks have more than like a 55. But I guess I might be missing something. It might be 60. Did Waterdy say this was specifically? Did he specifically mention this matchup, or are you just like noting for like? Did Waterdy put like cloaks in S and sneaks in B or something? Um, Auto win here. What a bastard! Okay, we're gonna punish him. We're gonna unrelenting with a bunch of things, and then he's gonna be sorry. He dropped a list in the all factions Discord. Gotcha. What was it? Was it of every matchup, or was it was just every faction? Do. Oh, yep. He sure did it. Yeah. Okay. You're just going based on that. Good stuff. Faction tier list. Watered going ham. Not a fan of cave goblins. I'm guessing he has them down in C these days. Wow. Wow. Watered tier list has grown. But yeah, but sometimes it doesn't like. Okay, let's look at this tier list. For instance, like let's see, where does he put Wayfarer? So he puts Wayfarers in B tier. Like this tier list isn't perfect for predicting matchups, Like this is sort of just like overall. For instance, something like Savannah Elves, um, against Savannah Elves are kind of weak against factions that can really rush them effectively. So even though Wired is putting Wayfarers in B and Cave Goblins in C, I think both of those factions have a favored matchup on Savannah Elves, or at least like it's like even, or like I'm pretty sure I would say Wayfarers have a 55, but whatever. I could be wrong, but it's not like a blowout at the very least. So like so sometimes there's like plays and counterplays there where it's not just as simple as B tier faction, S tier, blah blah blah. Like the S tier the S tier factions, one of the defining traits is that they don't have that many bad matchups. Like Savannah Elves have very few bad matchups, and the ones that are bad are like 5% bad, as opposed to the worst factions are like um very very bad for you. So this is the part where we start to win, and he starts to be sad. Or bad because they don't get to go first. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, or yeah, variant on something. But yeah, usually it's like I don't know, like the best factions are the factions that really are good in like every matchup. Like even like Cool Doc that's like very strong has quite a few like just matchups that are like just really bad for him. Like what do you do against like Muglug and Shadow Elves? I don't like that they're not gonna kill this Beast Rider, but that's fine. Um, Gotta just play the Unrelenting and get in there. Let's go. Everything's coming out Millhouse. Um, okay. We are in fact. What is this climber doing? Okay, I was thinking of attacking the gate to swap with the slinger. So maybe we just shouldn't even summon the climber in that case. I mean, the climber's going in their face, which is nice, I guess. Maybe let's summon it next turn. In that case. Oh, we also okay. Wow, no, we gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Gotta go fast. Easy. This game's easy. An easy game. If you win this game, yeah, what's gonna happen? Uh, it will go down in history. This is an easy game. Like easy game. We really need to get kills here though, so we can play another Beast Rider. All right. It will be one of the games of all time. I mean, I don't yet feel like we are 100% out of the game. It is slowly dawning on me how this this but you know, like we killed the gate, killed the sniper, went up to 3 magic, so we're gonna be able to play the Beast Rider next turn. That's easy. He played the Admiral, gotta be holding it. Fuck him if so. No, he did not play the Admiral. Yeah, we also revealed that we have a climber in hand. It would be quite remarkable if we won this game. I mean, we do get quite a while of quite a few rounds of units to exist. So that's kind of nice. I'd be curious to go back and see if there was a better play than my silly gate play. Because I quite honestly like kind of like that play. Like I kind of liked it to just like draw time. Of course, Vexer is just gonna be is gonna like notice, oh, if I just don't attack this gate, that's much worse for him than if I do. But that's why we attacked it ourselves. Because we're thinking about it. We're in there. We're in there. All right, what's he doing? He's hiding in a corner. We'll send the Clinger in there. I got another Unrelenting. I didn't discard it turn one. You think I did? Oh fuck! With this Clinger here. Ah, I was thinking I could do this. Oh, I can still. I don't know. Something. We're gonna hit him. We're gonna hit him where it hurts. That was a bad gate play, Vexer. um, you heard it here first. You heard it here first. Vexer and I have been playing for 2 hours. Oh, we both on 5 minutes? I gotta refresh to see the accurate clocks. Why is this glitched? 5 minutes and 7 minutes. Oh, he has less clock than me? Let's go. We're winning the moral victory tier. He has to go fast. He might slip up. He might slip up. I don't know. I don't know if Vexer can play out of can play on pressure. Inactivity damage, I wish. No, his last card is Dagger. 100%. 100% his last card is Dagger. Alright, we know what his last card is. Good talk. Ah, if only. If only these cards were swapped and I could just get in there and then I could pile on. Kill that stupid thing. Alright. Hundo%, we dab on him. Where was Sneaks again? Um. Oh, could I? Okay, this. Seeing this, the full 7 minutes left. Admiral or Dagger vote. Cast your votes in chat right now because I'm not, I'm not doing. There's no you don't discard a man with Vexer's instincts. No way, no way they would ever do something so filthy. Do we do pylon just to kill this sniper better? No more zero cost. Yeah, I mean, I mean, it's bad. Just there's no way you don't. I gotta look at it. Isn't Dagger zero? Since it's the zero cost, and Dagger's the one that swaps with the zero costs. Maybe we do pylon here. Dagger is bad actually. I will shit my pants if he says, "Okay, we gotta play this game." There's a world where he didn't want to play it in this matchup. But this is like, as soon as I do this play, I'm like, wait, do I die because of this? Is this bad? Is this stupid? We do take 10 to the face, but like, they might lose if they go for that. You think we go for the kill on the Beast Rider? We're doing Unrelenting again. Um, it's kind of awkward if the sniper's here, isn't it? I feel like it's okay if the sniper doesn't die right now. Okay, that's what we're going for. I don't know. That's the instinct we're going for. See if we regret it. See if we sit at our deathbed and bemoan that we've done this. Do we not play Unrelenting? Huh. Wait, we totally don't. God, I'm stupid. We totally don't, right? The play where Sneaks is in the front lines. No way we play Unrelenting. All right, good talk. Easy game. This is a W. I'm feeling it. W. W. Called it. Called it. This is a W. All the drama doesn't. We discarded it. We discarded it turn one. And yeah, like this gets in the way. Can't do that much damage to sneaks. Okay, the Beast Rider like dying for real is kind of bad, but like I don't know. We're just hoping the rest of our units can compete with the econ. He's gonna time out. That's the play we're going for here. Vexer timeout. Maybe we should have played Pylon. But then the Machinist could go here. I just think that would have been worse. I just like that this was kind of awkward for them. Oh, and we could like Pylon to kill Dagger right now. Meanwhile, Sneaks dies. Sorry, how much? What were the rolls there? Missed one. Okay. Meanwhile, Sneaks dies. Don't mind me. um. Okay, this is the first play I'm seeing. Um. Pylon for kill the face. Pylon on Dagger. Pylon on Dagger doesn't seem that good. I feel like we hold Pylon again until like we actually get a kill here. I feel like the sniper's still in the way for him. Pylon on Vlox. Do we move this climber in? I think we do, if since we're playing Unrelenting. Alright. Yeah, fuck it, right? Like, what's better? Oh, Marspad, you found it. You found it before me. Good job. Gotta go. Okay, we actually got it. We have like 3 minutes on the clock. This is tight as fuck. They don't have anything in hand, right? They're not gonna like kill me with some stupid thing. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Just get big damage while we can. Make it awkward for them to play both Vlox and the Machinist. Attack the Dagger. Alright, then we gotta not accidentally not play Unrelenting. Important. Alright, we did it. Right? There's nothing like stupid where they can just like shoot me. Remember that one in the Sand Goblins versus Crimson Order game against Vexer? I just made a massive misplay and they were just able to get to me. Like I just like left Kruskin range. Don't pile, says Eyes. Interesting. Thinking of saving it. I'm curious to hear more. What would you be saving it for? I did pile just because I saw 2 more dice on Vlox, more dice on Dagger. Whatever. It's worth it. Ooh, that's a good start. At the very least, this has been at least kind of close. Right? Baxter's gonna time out. He's gonna time out. I'm refreshing the clock. Alright, no sound until the end of this. He's gonna time out. Burst of speed. The biggest fuck up we can make, especially playing fast, is a stranded clinger that kills our momentum. Like a clinger in the middle of the air. Seeing as since he has nothing else, he will exhaust attacks, and you will get finishing blows with pile. Since you got unrelenting, it changes nothing in my mind. And finish the blows with pile. Yeah, I mean, so like pile for like this turn to like kill the Machinist or something. No, wait, too. Okay. Did I interpret your message right? just double checking. No worries. Yeah, if we could kill that Machinist, it'd be so huge. We need to kill that Machinist. You did. Yeah. Killing the Machinist would be insane. Okay, yeah, they're not gonna. There's no world where they let us kill the Machinist. They're at 50 seconds. I don't know. Vexer might be playing fast and loose with this timer. It's a very important timer. Can't time out. Okay, I mean, I think we just kill the things, right? Ugh. I really wish I could do something different. I can't, though. Oh, well. Well, could I put this adjacent to the slinger? I want to put, like, the climber up here. Ah, well. I just don't like that the Machinist can just, like, kill all of these things. I also don't like that we're not adjacent to another spot. Vexer just sent us a message. Let's read it. Vexer, we can take a couple more minutes. Man with 50 seconds. We can take a couple more minutes. Don't get too stressed about it, he says. Motherfucker. I see how it is, Vexer. I see how it is. All right. He's saying take another minute. Maybe we take him up on it. Maybe we take him up on it. I want to put the climber in a spot where no, there's just nowhere it can go where it can also use cling. All right, I think we just gotta game. Do we bring sneaks in? Okay, hottest take in the universe. Are you ready for it? We bring in sneaks. No, but actually. Yeah, right? Like, are we just dead otherwise right now? Like, they're just gonna wipe these units and then we die. Hottest take in the world. Slinger goes here. Okay, would we rather... Here, let's just undo it to see... Would we rather put, a Klinger up there? Could we put a Klinger up there? Palpatine voice, do it. You are persuading me of evil things. We don't get 3 attacks if we do that. Yeah. I don't like that. So we're gonna do this, and also we have to get lucky. Wait, what was the original play? Wait, I'm confused. No, I saw Slinger goes here. Okay, wait. No, this isn't any better or worse than the previous. Oh, I see. No, we get to like we get to Klinger on the dagger. I see. I see why that's better. So this way we get to kill the Machinist, the sniper, and the dagger. The other way we didn't get any attacks on the dagger, but we got better attacks on the Machinist. Oh god, what have I done? Silly me, assuming I could load the game record. I feel like the other way is better. I feel like I wanna go for the all the dice. But like I want to have a method of killing the dagger because if I just sneak in right now, we just lose. Um, okay, we do just lose no matter what. If I just sneak in right now, they can just kill some stuff. Okay, wait. If I did that play, don't kill Machinist, just dagger. Put Klinger in front of dagger, maybe. So I was thinking sneak in was for kill the Machinist. I think we just lose though right now. Um, put Klinger because like okay, so here's the other play: is climber to here, Klinger to here, slinger to there, climber to there. But I think we just lose to dagger. Like this comes up, kills all of my units. Like I just don't think we have the units to power through. I think now is the time. Okay, the other play was um, climber to here, slinger to. All right. Sorry, what's going on? Yeah, so this and this and this. Okay, let's say we kill the Machinist, we kill this, we kill this, or we do 2 damage to this. Um, yeah, I think we win if we get it. Okay, what about the alternative? We win if we get it, and then we also get the 25% chance that's required for Vlox to miss his shot. Okay, the other play to make this slightly more likely is we go here, we go here. Okay, now we kill the Machinist. Um, we kill the Slinger, and that's it. So the dagger is still alive. Um, and we don't do any damage to the dagger. How many units are still on board though? We still have a fair few amount of units on board, but I don't know if we'll have the juice to finish off Vlox. Right? Let's just dagger would be my top priority. 3 dice, yucky. I just think I need to get heavy right now. Like I need to get in there. Um or we are out of luck. Um we kill this, dagger comes in. We're gonna be up here, so dagger can't hit us. We kill this, dagger comes in, like kills this. Then we have a climber to trade with the dagger, while this other climber gets a slinger. I just don't know if we win. All right. Well, let's do it. Let's do it. The other play is a little bit better, but uh, the other play, if we get it, we like definitely we're in a very good spot if we win. This one, I'm not sure if we win, even if we get the kills. But there's a much better odds of like actually killing the Machinist. So the odds weren't terrible in the other way around, but it was like around a 50-50. And these odds are a little bit better. All right, after all that. After all that, After all that, and it's the 3-on-2. Cross fingers. I'm not sure if this is enough. I'm still not. He missed 2-on-8. He can totally miss it. Yeah, so every play that we've been doing has been thinking, if we don't kill this Machinist, we're just going to lose on Econ. So we have to kill the Machinist. Only way to do this is sneak in. We have to accept that we are losing 75% of the time. But then we want to, if we get that, if we get Vox to miss, we want to get, like, what is the best chance of winning? And I'm unfortunately just not. We might have had to go with the other play where it was the Slinger, because then we could have done 2 damage to Vox as well, or to the dagger as well. And like, because we still might miss this even if we get it. And doesn't matter. But that's the sort of end game we're getting. I mean, so yeah, so feel free to let me know if you would disagree. And why isn't it loading the record? I'm talking here. GG. Thank you guys. Thank you for the support through along the way. I couldn't couldn't have done it without you. Yeah, so like feel free to like screenshot this and think about it, but I think if we don't kill the Machinist, we lose on Econ no matter what. That's the feeling I was getting. Um all right, let's pop in chat here. Let me see. Loud is my voice before I go in. Do. Okay. Let's pop in. Hello. Good good game. Yes, I was like going as fast as I can, and then I saw you were at like 50 seconds on the clock, and then sent me the message, and it was like, all right, fine, we'll take a few more minutes. That was very intense. Oh, sorry. Wait, once here. Sorry, just wait 1 second. I don't have you coming through correctly. Um, the only thing Vexer said so far is that was intense. Okay, say something right now.
Okay, so
Yes,
do I sound
I can
okay?
hear you. I can hear you now. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. Yeah. Yeah, at the end, I guess it's like, yeah, like the last shot there was just to go 1 out of 3 on the ranged, and then, yeah, like, yeah, you had that shot of sending me like to 2 life or 1 life and then escaping and then getting one of the climbers afterwards back. Like the last climber actually would have been probably, yeah. But yeah, anyway, it was man, yeah, that was a brutal game. Like it's as close as it gets.
Yeah, seriously. Yeah, I think that I was thinking about that very last play of doing a slinger and sneak in, and I think if I had done that, I need to look at it exactly. If I had snuck into the slinger instead, I could have like um had a clinger hit the dagger, and I feel like I would have needed to do that. I don't know. I feel like even if you don't kill me right now, which I was going for, um I still don't guarantee win. So I think I needed to go for the slightly riskier play that was the slinger and then sneak in, and then I also get a hit on the dagger, and then I would have a shot. If you miss the 75% chance on sneaks.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're so dagger, like in this move that you made, like you were not able to kill her on the next turn, right? Like
Yeah,
best case scenario, she was at 1 life,
yeah,
so she could kill one of the climbers, and then blocks could have killed the clinger at that point, and then you had one climber left at that point trying to get to blocks. So I think that was probably at that point. And well, I guess also like if you got all the melee dice or not and all that stuff
yeah,
was a big factor there. But yeah, like this matchup is rough for cave goblins, which is like a lot of they have a lot of bad matchups. Pretty much any deck that is either like high defense or like polar dwarfs, for example, like it has a lot of high defense units, or that has ways of dealing damage other than just doing 3 attacks. I like that's when those matches are really hard for cage goblins. It's funny
Mm,
how the game can shift at a moment. Like you really need to be like killing like those goblins right before they accumulate. And there
yeah.
was that big turn in which all my attacks failed. That
Yes.
yeah, like I
That
only
was
got 2 out of 8 arranged, and then
I
like
was so
instead of
happy.
killing, yeah, instead of killing 3 goblins and maybe even hitting your summoner once more, like I only killed one. I was, oh boy, it's gonna be hard to come back from this.
That was because
But
I feel like the game was about to slide away in your favor at that point. Like I really needed something to keep me in it. And I
exactly.
was
Yeah, I
quite
think
happy.
if I got the 3 kills there and like even the extra shot on the summoner, it would have been hard to come back from that at that point, right? Because even that. And then, like that slinger that survived that turn, like was the guy that at the end was threatening, like being a threat in the game and doing stuff. Like then he survived like a sniper 0 out of 2. Like
Yeah,
that guy was a total survivor for sure.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
I'm
see which
forgetting. I'm
turn.
forgetting which turn it is, but that's fine. I remember. Maybe we can find it. Um,
I think that was the key turn that kind of like
yeah.
got you in the game because other than that, I think this one it's going to be really hard for cave goblins to win. Um, think they might have like it's probably going to be close to the Vanguard, Vanguard against Vargat like percentage between the 60 and 70%. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow.
And I think if because one of the things with Cave Goblins is that I think it's one of the hardest factions to play because you have to follow rules which are completely unique, like different from any other faction when you play them. So if someone is not playing them like that, like your odds are even worse. Like even playing them perfectly, it's really like playing roulette. Like sometimes you're gonna get like the cards that you need in the order that you need, and it's they're gonna like be a blowout, or sometimes like they're never gonna get traction, and you're gonna be completely destroyed.
Yeah.
So it's a hard one to play, and then whoever goes first has a big impact in this matchup because
Yeah.
Team Goblins is able to pretty much block the front position. I believe if they go first, kill the Machinist, and like that, it gives him a really good positioning. Like the start that I had, it's unusual, like being able to kill both. At least they're gonna kill your rider at that point, but. It's one of those in which like whoever starts, if you don't start to escape goblins, it's even harder to win this one. And one of the main win conditions that they can get is denying the summoning spots. It's sometimes
Hmm.
you're able to kind of like clog the gates, then blow up some of the other gates really with those riders coming in hot, and then that's one of the ways in which it can win. But
Yeah.
other than that, I think it's going to be a tough match for the goblins.
Yeah, it's like so. I was. This is yet another situation of me being like, yeah, this matchup seems fair at the start, and then you coming down with, no, this is a terrible matchup. And it made like the way I've been thinking about it is that like it felt like against cloaks like just if you're able to like get in there early and like block their gates that would be just like what I see so many people doing like a keep away game with cloaks that's so effective and like cave goblins could kind of just negate that by just being too in your face. But I think what I wasn't considering that you're saying is like the extra attacks that blocks gets, the extra attacks to can deal with the horde quite effectively, though that still doesn't quite click for me. It still feels like the extra attack should make it more fair and not quite like a blowout up to like 60 70 for Vox. But there's a good chance I'm wrong about that. Or that you're right.
Yeah, you mean the extra tax for the slingers, right? And
Oh no, I meant that what makes what gives would you say like what gives Vox, yeah, what would you say is what gives Vox the most power in this matchup? I was thinking the fact that versatile lets you attack multiple times as Vox
yeah,
lets you clear out the horde. Is there anything else you would say?
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main thing that makes it a hard match. Also, like there are some specific cards on them, like the one that they cannot attack them. Like sometimes, like you can pretty much like completely stop the turn for them. So that's another one that it's perfect for this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
So in general,
And you did it so
one of
well,
the
real quick. You just had a turn where I was considering doing inactivity damage. It was so rough. The turn that you did the smoke bomb. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah, and it's not hard to be able to find those situations in which you because with the one that has the cover fire ability, blanking out on the name, but you're
Yeah.
able to end up with that situation in which you get a unit on the front and then you just make it that they cannot attack them, and
Hmm.
that really slows them down. I think that the main challenge for cloaks here is that the riders are going to be coming in hot. Like if they get at least one gate, that usually I would put the first gate on B3 as the goblins on this one. You have a lot of coverage for all the lanes, almost all lanes for the riders, and those make really hard to abuse blocks too much because even if you have it on the back lane, like he's within range of those guys, and those guys hit really hard, so you cannot really just be taking those. Same thing for your gates. Like I would keep my gates as cloaks on the second row outside of the range of the riders. Otherwise, like they're gonna get blown up really fast, and it's easy to find yourself in a situation in which the board gets clogged, and then you don't really have that many summoning spots. In this game, actually, the the other two gates I didn't discard them; like they were the last cards,
Oh,
and
interesting.
exactly. And there was a point in which like you had blocked one of my sides, so your sneaks was safe there. So you're gonna usually be playing at least two, maybe like all of them if you just use them as like fortifications. So yeah, the let's start. Let's start from the perspective of the cave goblins. Like your
Yeah.
way to victory, really, with the cave goblins is you want to offload your hand as much as possible every single turn. Like you want to get all the units out, all the zero cost units, because you need the cards to keep flowing. Like you need the to find like the key events. You need to fill the board to a point in which they cannot really, even if with the three attacks, like they cannot really deal with them. If you're just bringing a couple units and every like just giving them three targets, they kill them. Then you bring another three, they kill them. Like they're always going to be coming on top. So you have to start like crowding the board so that even if they like kill three, there's still another four, and then like the three new. So you can start abusing those extra attacks. This matchup is harder because when you're rushing in, there's a lot of let's call them like hot spots that you want to avoid right in front of the summoning spots of the opponent because you know that machinists are going to be coming out of those and they're going to be like blowing up anything in front of them. So that's one of the things to keep in mind. But the thing is, there's so many of those once they have a couple of gates around that it's really hard to avoid all of those. But
Yeah.
that's a key, like you, and that's why like the goblins really suffer where they when they don't find the first gate, because if you're only getting like summoning two
Hmm.
units per turn, it's hard to really get hit that critical mass in which you're crowding the board and are able to get some devastating turns with enrage or the pylon turns, things like that. You also need to start coming in through the sides. Usually it's with things like the climbers, grabbing some clingers, or with if you get like some of the side gates, then the riders can be coming in there because that way you can get the three normal attacks plus the slinger
Hmm.
attacks. The thing with the slingers is that you want to make sure to like use them and like you were protecting them at the end, right? Like that one in which you don't want them to be reachable so simply a target that they'll get a sniper just to shoot him and maybe
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
just got one shot out of them or not even that, because those guys are really important. Like the devastating turns from the goblins are when you get to abuse with enrage, like do a crazy amount of damage and multiple attacks and wipe the board like you did a couple times, even though you only got three extra attacks on each of those.
Yeah.
You clean the board, right? And that
Yeah.
really hurt me and sent me a bit back. So you want to make sure that the slingers are are used, but are used sparingly in a efficient way, right? So don't just put them in a way in which they'll do one attack and then they'll get killed. What you want to do is get them out, get them on the sides, and then you can throw them in a position in which they can get killed. Once you have critical mass, like units on the sides and the slingers there, if they attack and kill the slingers, you're gonna keep bringing like raining hell through the sides and then the extra front units. So once you have that critical mass in which you have more than like 5, 6 units on the board, you don't worry about like leaving those guys exposed because you attacked with them and then having those killed, because the units that remain on the board plus the new units are going to allow you to start overwhelming the opponent and just pushing them back and like cleaning the board and doing those abusive plays with pylon or rage or things like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. So like in the early game, like if you just like don't want to use the slinger, you would just like put it to the side or just somewhere where it's not gonna, because you don't want it blocking your gates. But if you're not gonna use it until you have critical
Exactly.
mass, just put it somewhere that's safe.
Yes, exactly. So the first linger, for example, there, like you
Yeah.
could summon it on the back, right? If you were summoning that
Mm,
one. But the thing is, yeah, it's very important. Never try to like block, like make a move that you end up blocking one of your summoning spots on the first gate,
yeah.
because that gate you really wanted to have it as open as possible. That's why it's very common that the first move of cloaks with a single, what was the name of the cover fire
The
unit?
gunner, guild gunner.
The gunner, yeah. So it's very common that they'll start, if they have a gunner in hand, sending the machinist to block the front gate. And that way, like, really, you want to slow them down. Like, I tried a different play this time because I had two gunners. I was like, can I do this? Yeah, let's just try to clean his board. But I wasn't even sure if that was the best approach, because then I
Mm,
gave you 4 spots to summon units, which again, this matchup, like it can be risky, right? Because that's kind of like what the goblins want. If you start blocking the front gate and then just try to keep that pressure in which they cannot summon that many units per turn, it really hurts them. And if they don't get the gate, sometimes like they never really pick up steam, and like it's an easy matchup at that point.
yeah, yeah, gotcha. Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems like the best strategy I see about the cave goblins is just like you just get, if you can get in their face immediately and just stop them from having that early momentum. It's just so hard for them to get it started again. Like it still works, but it just sets them back quite a while.
Exactly. And in here, for example, I would have also played the Beast Rider, probably in the
Uh-huh.
position of Blarf, and send him to kill one of the gunners or something like that, because you don't want to keep units in your hand if you have the magic. In this case, you had the magic for him,
Yeah.
and it's really important to be like using everything that you can in your hand, because at some point, like obviously not the events if you don't have like some value out of it, at least for the two premium events. And rage, you want to get something as at least like 2 or 3 attacks that at least kill 1 or 2 units that you would have otherwise not killed.
Yeah.
Like you're not going to do it for a single attack, right? Unless it's something like very situational. But
Yeah.
that one, it's okay to hold. Unrelenting, it's also like a critical event. You want to use it in a very specific situation. The best time to use unrelenting is in that moment where you hit critical mass, in which you have like 5, 6, 7 goblins in the board,
Yeah.
and suddenly you do unrelenting. It's like it really hurts the opponent at that point, right? Because they won't get magic, they'll have to discard more. All of those are just going to keep coming back.
Yeah.
So those are the important ones. And the thing is, if you start keeping units in your hand, it's easier to find yourself with suddenly multiple events in hand. So you want to be keeping as little cards as possible, usually just one event. Sometimes if you get into a situation in which you have two enrages in hand, maybe like you can use one, even if it's not like the best
Yeah.
value that you're going to get out of it, as long as you get something out of it. Because
Uh-huh.
you usually don't want to be discarding those. Like it really hurts when you have to do that. Like when you find yourself with 5 events, even in those situations, you'll usually be discarding the other ones. So the other two events pile on.
Sorry,
It's
real
situational.
quick about with talking about like the events that you'll hold. This first turn, I've drawn in Enrage the Horde. Is there a world where you'd ever discard that? With Enrage the Horde, it's just like a really high value event. You really want to get value out of it like later in the game, but first turn is kind of like, yeah, especially if there's no easy way, if there's no easy way to play it for it to be worth on the first turn, which a lot of times it feels like there isn't. Would you discard it ever?
No, I wouldn't discard it on the first turn. It's too soon. Like you
Yeah,
usually only discard it when you literally end up with a situation with two enrages, one unrelenting, and two others like events,
yeah, yeah.
something like that. That pretty much you're not gonna have game. But actually,
Gotcha.
well, now that I see you played enrage on the first turn, if I remember
Oh,
correctly,
did I?
I think you did, right? It was that
uh,
or not? I was until the
no, no,
next
no, no. Let me see. I clicked on the wrong one. No, I think
one.
I
Check
no.
your Discord. I think.
Oh, you
I
were
think you,
right. You
so
were
it
right.
actually makes sense. I see now your play. Like instead of the rider, you position yourself in a situation in which you were gonna be able to use it and hopefully kill the three units. So that was
Yeah,
actually a good use of the enrage. And as you can see, like if you hadn't played that, then you would have had two enrages and be in a bad
yeah,
position. So that you did a great play there
mm,
because you managed to offload the enrage and get value from it. So that was a
yeah,
good move.
yeah. Do you think you would have discarded the Beast Rider? So I kept it in hand. So I
Oh
had one
no,
card.
no, no, no. I never, you never really discard those guys if you're, unless you're really starving
Unless you
in
can't pay for
Magic
them.
and you
Yeah.
have multiple of those, because those guys are huge in this matchup. Like many times, like those guys are not that great when you're playing against aggro decks or decks that start in the middle, like Fungal Dwarfs or Tundra Orcs. But
Uh-huh.
against cloaks, which is really likely that the opponent is just gonna turtle up and just go all the way to the back, like I was doing, because it's too risky against the goblins trying to move forward with blocks and find
Yeah,
yourself
yeah.
in a bad spot. So they're really just going to try to abuse like those cards that we'll talk about. So
Yeah, that's
the
it's
riders are a nightmare for them.
yeah. The only thing I'll struggle with is just like if you have a bad draw where like you're just not getting gates. Sometimes it's like like I wanted to save the rider because I can afford it and it's good value, but like maybe I screwed myself by just not discarding. Like if I had just discarded a little bit faster, maybe I would have drawn that gate because all three of my gates were bottom half. It in
Mhm.
this game, and maybe that would have let me get pressure a little bit earlier. Which, but
Well,
it's
the
tough.
thing here is that if you start discarding those, you're gonna run out of fuel really fast. And you
Mm,
saw that this one is an attrition match. Like it's not easy to get your hands on blocks like with
uh
other
huh.
summoners in which sometimes you can get the kill
Uh
because
huh.
he can simply just go to the corners. There's always gonna be some moto boots to copy and hide. So it's hard that you're gonna be able to trap him and suddenly like deal the 13 damage
Uh huh.
unless they make a mistake and they move forward and suddenly you surround him. So you're gonna need like as many cards as possible. Like you probably in this matchup won't be discarding almost anything. Maybe a couple events if you don't cannot use them immediately. The Eater that it's rare that you can play. It was awesome that you played him. Like he's not even that good, right? Like yeah, at the end of the day, he doesn't even get to do that much most of the time, and they can suddenly just start running away from it unless like you're in a situation like I was in which I couldn't really. Like I thought about trying to escape, but then I was like, nah, I'm like too
Yeah.
on the back. Like didn't really had space to run around because you had sneaks coming through the other end.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
I
so
was I was talking about that like with the eater. The thing that's rough about him is like the best case scenario is like I forced you into a situation where it's not worth it to run away. You have to kill him, and even then, he's only got 9 health. Like you can kind of just do it in a turn and a half. Like, um, which is unfortunate.
exactly.
But I was glad to get him
In a
down.
single turn, it's possible. Like I almost like I was throwing nine dice at him. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
possible that sometimes they can kill him in a single turn, if not in two turns. But the good thing is that it focuses the attention now on the Eater instead of the rest of the goblins. So usually the Eater is an auto discard. Like you never really get a chance to play it. In this matchup, it's not necessarily like if you draw it early, yes, you're gonna discard him. Because you won't really have the magic and you don't really want to be holding him like turn after turn until the end of the game. It's just going to devastate the flow of the goblins if you do that. But because of Sin, it's easy to find yourself like you did in a situation in which you have enough magic for him, you have enough magic for the other champs, you have enough magic for the rider. So you really hope to draw him until the end of the game or like past mid game, where you might already have that magic from Sin, and he might be a good play because you'll just need the extra units, right? At this, like you saw in this game, like it really went down to who had more units at the end to keep the exchanges. So he could be valuable if you draw him on the second half of the game. Other than that, the riders, like really most of my positioning, I was always worried about the riders coming in because you don't want to just be eating four for free for blocks because you just have him like in the back there. And sometimes even the rider plus a clinger makes it so that blocks is never fully safe unless he's on the corners, right? Because the risk is always that it's gonna be like the clinger gets to you, and then they slide with sneaks, and then if sneaks is at full life, maybe you cannot really deal that much damage, and then he can do like some type of place in which they just send him back to 3, 4, 5 life, in which now you're running away for your life. So that's why the rider side, I think, are the key to this matchup. Other than that, the other cards are really just as always. Like you will not really discard the zero cost units. You will just try to like drop them on the board, like all of them, and then just even if you're not using them at first, the clinger is just the like team player, allows you to have like extra reach. It's very important, the gate positioning, like you have to take that into consideration, and that's why most people always play either the first gate in B3 or the first gate at F3. Exactly, those are the common ones. In this case, because they're going to be staying all the way to the back, you'll definitely want to be having that position. They're also not in a position in which they can just clog your front gate easily because it's all the way on the back. They're on the second row for them, so they cannot simply advance and block it. So that's and those positions allow you to always have good interactions between the clinger and the climbers and the beast rider and the clingers. So that's why that's kind of like what you want to do. I would probably start with, as I was saying before, with B3 for my first gate, because otherwise, like it's easy for cloaks. If you just take control of this side, they can really just move all the way to the other side and make it really hard for the goblins to put pressure. And you want to be able to keep the pressure on in this case.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. So,
yeah. No, just agreeing.
Yeah. So let's go back to the cards. I think that covers everything for this, guys. Sneak. Sometimes like there's just no like when you get it soon and you don't really have that many units. But once you get it mid game and you have a lot of goblins, it can be really good to suddenly make some plays that they would have never like. It's hard to just play around or anticipate. Yeah. So try to get some value out of it. Don't hold it for too long, especially if you have one early one. Like if you get an early sneak, many times I just discard that one and then just hope to be able to get some value out of the second one. And also because you might be like cave goblins can be a little bit magic hungry, right? Because you have to be feeding all the champs. Like you need to have enough magic for all your riders, and then you need to have enough magic for Blarf, which if you start pumping him up and just having him on the back, just becomes a massive threat. Because if Sneaks is coming in, there's always the threat of like Sneaks. You just need to for him to touch blocks, and then they can just kill him in one turn, right? Like he hit, then the other guy comes in and hits for 4, and then enrage. Like they can do 1 or 2 enrages. So you never know what to expect. So I would say Blarf. In this case, you had it in your opening hand, but that's the guy that I would try to don't get him into the fray at first until he has like 2, 3, 4 power when he's a threat, right? And you don't want him to be able to just kill him in one turn, because just the threat of having him around makes the opponent have to play in a completely different way and allows you to be a little bit more aggressive with sneaks.
Mm-hmm. Gotcha.
Smeg, it's a guy that sometimes if I already have Blarf and you have Smeg and you don't have like an excess of magic, sometimes I don't even play him because when you have riders that you want to keep being able to keep playing a rider every turn and attacking, unless you have a ton of magic, sometimes it's okay to just hold him back a little bit. Or sometimes even like worst case scenario, discard him. Like I would rather discard that guy than discard a rider in this matchup.
Yeah. I usually find it just like a balancing act of just what's the most you can afford out of the beast riders, and then Blarf, and maybe you have enough to for Smeg too. Or...
Exactly. Yeah, and the eater will always be the first discard. If like when you have to make decisions for magic, and then it would probably be the Smeg would be the next one, right? Like if I
Gotcha.
have to discard something, and it's just because in this matchup the rider can have a lot more impact than Smeg. That it's he will probably just get a couple shots, and unless you do like a blowout turn with a rage and things like that, sometimes he just really acts as a meat shield, so that they have to spend two attacks on him before like he just let him die. So that's why I would go with the riders in this matchup. Like being able to blow up a machinist in a single turn, it's really significant on this one. Or
Mm,
threaten blocks for four, which is a big hit.
yeah.
Cool. So I think that covers the goblins. Anything you want to add to the for them?
No, that all makes sense.
So let's take a look at cloaks. In this matchup, there are one thing like the from the shadows or into the shadows or whatever shadows. I don't think it's a really useful event because it's unlikely that you're going to be assassinating snakes. Like they will need to make a mistake with it or really find like amazing hand in which you combine it with a dagger to be able to get the kill that they don't anticipate, right? Because usually Snix is going to be taking risks when he's between 11 and 7 life. When he's below that, he's just going to be playing it safe. So in this matchup, for example, I had it in my first turn and second turn, something like that. I just discarded them without questioning it because I
Interesting.
really want the magic to play all my units. Like literally, you can play every single unit in your deck in this matchup, as you're going to be getting a lot of magic, and every turn you're going to be getting a lot of it. So
Interesting.
yeah, that's why I would rather discard that one to make sure that I always have magic, to have 3, 4 magic at the end of each turn, to always be bringing out Machinist and another guy. So
It's funny because
yeah,
if I know if I knew that both Out of Shadows were gone after a few turns, I would have taken more risks. And there were even a few turns later on where I was like, Out of Shadows could do a lot of damage to sneaks right now, but whatever, it's fine. It's a risk I need to take. So like
yeah.
I still never exposed myself to a dagger Out of Shadows play. I was still careful about that.
Yeah, and just the threat of it is really all you need in this matchup because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean it's always going to be a possibility, right? And if you manage to end the turns at 4 magic, everyone is saying like, oh man, like they could do a dagger, so I have to make sure that they cannot like the back isn't uncovered because with turned with dagger, like with just the back and a side uncovered, like they can really be doing like 7, 8, 9 dice, right? Like we know how that goes. So the threat of it is usually enough, but I would really focus more on like if you have it that turn and suddenly they are exposed, like yeah, you're gonna go for it, right? If you feel like you can maybe get the kill shot or send them from like 11, 10 life to 2, 3 life, because at that point, even if he escapes, he's gonna have to be on the back really, and they'll just get one more use out of it if they go for a kill shot. Otherwise, they won't be able to swap him into the action. So that's worthwhile. But if you're short on magic, I would rather just discard it, especially because I had the Admiral on my since my opening hand. So I actually didn't want to like discard him, but I wasn't even close to being able to use him. I had to discard him, but otherwise, you might be able to play all of them. Like ideally, that guy you want to be able to get him like in the middle of the game, like so that you had some time to kill some goblins. But for the goblins, it's really hard to deal with that guy, and he's able with the extra movement to like take up the flank of the field, like race up to one of the sides and like kill something through there while you kill. And the extra attack, this guy's another extra attack, right? So that
Yeah,
guy
yeah.
is really devastating for the goblins if you're able to get it in play. So I would really try to play it. This time I was holding him for 1 or 2 turns, and then because you were doing the enrage and wiping my board and doing all that stuff, I had to keep spending my 3/4 magic at the end of each turn to get units back. So I was like, you know what? I cannot keep the option was to finish the turn with a single magic or discard him. I was like, I have to discard him. I need to have at least 2 magic at
Yeah,
the end of the
yeah,
turn.
absolutely.
Yeah. So scene, I mean, just because you'll need the extra meat shield and the extra unit and all that stuff, like I would say, like you have to play it. Especially because it will come to a point in which the extra magic is meaningless for them, so you don't care. I mean, that will allow them to play all of the riders, that's true, but it's not like you can probably take the luxury of discarding her because either way, they might have all the magic they need. So yeah, I would be playing her. Dagger, as always, like she's a beast, just the threat of Dagger. So you will always also play her.
Hmm.
With the events, there's something here. Like I would in this matchup, I would always be discarding the one of the hand cannons. So I used the first one on the Machinist that I was gonna pump up for blocks to be able to like be like killing a single unit with a per attack type of thing. But the second one, I definitely discarded it because I want to play all my units, right? So that extra magic to be able to play all your units is going to be really important. The Moto Boots, well, you will definitely always play the first one. I guess in this matchup, for sure, you'll want to just put it on a Machinist and do the good old that hide him and then just try to abuse blocks.
Yeah.
I hate people like when they do that, right? Because I feel it's one of those broken interactions, but
Mm.
that's kind of like where you want to be in this match. Like you want to be doing that.
Yeah, yeah.
And the smoke bomb, I would never discard those in this matchup, as you saw in this, like in this game. And I think it's really easy in most games that they're going to be extremely good to slow down like the goblins considerably. So I would definitely try to like get in those situations in which you don't really have any other frontal units because you're going to be playing from the back, so that's going to be happening most of the time. And then the front unit is you use that event, and then they can barely do anything in the turn. So from the units, well, we were saying like, yeah, you want to play all of them. The bandits are really just the meat shields. You're gonna be like throwing them in positions to try to block the riders from getting the bonus, like I was doing in this game, like trying
Uh-huh.
to use them that way, or try to use them to protect your front gate spot, especially at the beginning of the game. If you don't have your other gates yet, it's important to protect your front gate spot because they can blow up your 10 gate really fast. And actually, I didn't mention that with the Cave Goblins. Like that's like a way to win this matchup because you're gonna have like that spot. Yeah, like there's 2 spots that it's easy to get riders there, and if you do a rider plus any other unit plus pile on, you can be blowing those gates really fast. So at the beginning, at least at the beginning, first half of the game, I would be protecting that front gate spot, and the bandits are the perfect unit for that. To just throw in there, just have them like spend the attacks. If you put them in a position in which the rider doesn't even get the bonus, then they might be surviving some shots and then they have to waste the extra attack on them. So that's kind of like what you want for with those guys. Then the gunner is, as always, like it's one of the best units for cloak. So you want to make sure to not just use it in a way that you're really just getting 3 range and then they're going to kill him. Like you want to at least try to be in a position in which the effect you protect them with the effect putting a sniper or a bandit in front of them, or you use the effect to like block one of the rider lanes or something like that, right? So you want to
Uh-huh.
get a little bit of value from them. You know that they're going to be getting killed, like they're going to be a premium target, but that's why you want to try to use them from relatively safe positions so that you can get a couple shots out of them.
Absolutely.
And yeah, the snipers are important just because like they allow you to protect some of the some of the lanes, protect the gunners, and kill the slingers. That's very important in this matchup. Like these guys try to use them to be hunting slingers. I would say this lingers the premium target you're going to be going after most of the time. Outside of the rider, like usually the rider and the slingers are the ones that you're going to be prioritizing and try to kill them. Probably the rider would be my number one target. As you saw when I had the choice of using the sniper when blocks failed to kill one of the units between
Uh-huh.
the
Uh-huh.
slinger and that one, because it's really painful to leave a one health rider because you never know when the event unrelenting is coming. So it's really painful. Like if you don't kill him, and then next turn they hit for three again, and they use unrelenting. So now when you kill him, he's gonna just send it back. Like you don't want to be in that situation. So that's why I would prioritize those guys. But after that, always be hunting those slingers because those guys are the ones that allow them to do some devastating turns in which they just get like a ton of attacks from enrage. And the Machinist, so the Machinist, you want to have them as so like that threat from any gate spot in which they'll be trying to like fill the board with goblins. So it's going to be easy to get some free kills with Machinists coming out, killing one with a move phase, and then with your other units, you kill other three. Like it really makes it hard for the goblins to hit critical mass if you're getting 4 attacks per turn, and most of the times like you can get like a kill per attack, or at least like if you get kill 3 units per turn, they have a hard time getting back from that. So the Machinist is what allows you to achieve that.
Hmm.
Yeah, so I think that covers it for all of this guy, the cards on these guys, and the strategy is really just like defensive, survival, use the gates to block lanes. It's okay sometimes, like if you already have like the first side gate, the other 2 gates with cloaks, you can use them really just to block the rider lanes, right? So that they don't hit critical mass. Like you can just put them in that third row just to prevent,
Really? So like
yeah, like
here,
how,
here, or even here, or like what?
yeah, just to buy time, really, pretty much just to buy time. Like when you have multiple lanes which are a threat and you want to be able to attack from one of the spots. For example, let's say that blocks was one space to the left,
Uh-huh.
and right, like, and yeah, so you want to at least cover maybe like one of the spots on the side so that they cannot come in through there. So as long as really once you have your first gate all the way to the side, unless they already have their 2 gates, so they have the one on the right, the other 2 gates you can use them for whatever, right? Like maybe you
Yeah.
discard one for magic, but it's okay really just to slow them down because that's what you want. Just to, if they have to spend the turns attacking gates, that means that they're not attacking killing your Machinist, and that allows you to be in a position to start killing more goblins so that they don't have the critical mass of units in the board.
Interesting. Yeah, I've noticed that strat can work sometimes against aggro factions of just dump a gate in their face and force them to deal with it. But sometimes I'm careful of it because sometimes dumping a gate in your face ends up making it hard for you to do anything and get around it. But that makes sense against the goblins, so they just got to smash it.
Yeah. Yeah, actually in this game it was really funny when you dropped the gate and then immediately attacked your own gate. Did you change your mind or what was the?
What, what do you think? I'm curious if you can guess my thought process there. What?
So I thought that you wanted to then be able to like either have me be the one that destroys the gate so that then you move forward with sneaks, or like be able to then destroy it with sneaks and then swap with a slinger to shoot something in the back. That's kind of like what I thought at that moment when you did that.
Yeah, yeah, that's exactly it. And then, and then, of course, I was like, I didn't want to be punished by you just walking back and not attacking the gate, which of course you saw, and we're like, well, I'm just gonna move back and just wait for the game. The big, the big reason and why this game is maybe making history is Both Unrelentings were bottom two cards in my deck.
Oh,
So
that
at this
explains.
point, I did not have an Unrelenting, and I didn't want my units to start dying. I wanted to wait one more turn. I wanted to draw the Unrelenting. So I just
Got
wanted
it.
I
Got it.
wanted to delay, but I'm not sure
Oh,
if that was the
yeah.
right play. It was pretty cute. I'm not sure.
Well, you didn't have that many units, so I guess like it made sense. You had two unrelentings. So, and actually, even at that point, like it really hurt when you did it, right? Like instead of me just cleaning up like all those units that you sent out, I was like, oh man, I just kept like retreating. But yeah, it was funny when you did it. I was like, I think he wants me to attack it, and I was like, ah, I'm gonna attack it. I was like, thank you for the gate, sir. I'm just gonna use
how
your
how could I
gate.
possibly telegraph that by building it and then attacking it myself?
Yeah, like if felt you wanted to leave it like in a low amount of life so that I would be tempted, like, oh, free magic. I'm gonna take it. Thank you.
Yeah, that's funny. That's one of the funnier things
Um,
I've ever done. Ugh.
yeah, but anyway, I think we're hitting the 3 hour mark,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's a
This game
good
was really
place
fun.
to stop.
I've one question for you.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about cloaks just in general, since like we haven't talked about it much. Do you think that like the final form Vlox is the strategy in most matchups? That tucking Machinist away in the corner and putting both upgrades on it, is that just the way to go in almost every matchup for Vlox?
I think it is, and that's why I don't like the cloaks because I
Mm,
think they're unbalanced from that perspective. Like it's just too strong. Like being able to do that, like double shot or just do shoot for four and then hide from a safe spot. Like almost no faction really can deal with a Machinist all the way in the corner. Like unless you're aggro and you're all the way in their face and already destroying everything.
mm,
Like that Machinist can just stay there for the most of the game, which is what happens really most of the times when they do that. So and even when you're gonna try to find like the kill, the assassination with from the shadows, it doesn't really hurt having like the Machinist in the back.
yeah.
Like it's hard for me to think of a reason to say like, yeah, I'm gonna use the moto boots in a different way instead of using it like one of them for a Machinist that I'm gonna hide in the back. And then the second one, you can use it maybe for trying to go for the assassination or whatever, right? But
Yeah.
it's just too much value for really not that much commitment that doesn't allow the other decks to like you always have to be advancing like using their own gates as cover because otherwise whatever advances blocks is going to completely blow up. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why I don't like Clugs because it's just too broken from my perspective. And I think some people have mentioned like an easy way to fix that really is to not allow that event to be placed on melee units. Like that would make it like if he's only attacking for six, it's I mean it's still strong, but it's not completely busted.
Yeah.
That could be one option, or the other option could be like if blocks could only copy units that are three spaces away, then they wouldn't be able to just hide it in one corner and then just be
Mm,
completely blowing everything up on the other side of the board because he doesn't always have to be staying back. Like he can be in the middle of the board, destroying everything on the other side with. So I think those two ways. Too bad, like they didn't go that way, but.
yeah.
I see really no reason why you wouldn't want to have one of those doing that during a cloaks game.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and that's something I feel like most people, even people that are really big fans of cloaks, are like, ah, this doesn't feel right. But the cloak strategy is so complicated that I still don't feel like I've mastered it, and I'm never sure what's the best play. But yeah, thanks so much for coming on. I feel like this was we this was a close game. I'm glad to have it. I was worried it would just get with me having a slow start, it would just get blown out of the water. But I'm glad it went to the last few turns there. That was a lot of fun, and down to the wire on
Yeah.
the time too.
Yes, yeah, it was extremely fun. Like when the tide was turning to me, then that wave, like things started turning to you,
Yeah,
and then they started turning to me again, like after, like at the end. But
yeah,
then the unrelenting kind of like started turning things to you. Like
yeah,
it
yeah,
really came back to the last few rolls and the last few cards. So yeah, it's as close as it gets.
yeah.
Yeah, but well, there goes season. It's season 20, right? Which number was it?
Yep,
Season 20.
season 20. That's all five.
Yeah. So yeah,
Well,
hopefully Bill will be back for season 21 and doing the series.
yeah. Do you have any closing thoughts about the season 20 matchups overall, like favorites and least favorites? I know you're running out, but just
Yeah, yeah,
like in a
that's
second.
a good way to close.
Yeah.
So you know, well, my favorite for sure. I thought that the ones in this season were really lopsided, like most of the matchups.
Yeah.
Like with the Sand Goblins, we saw that it was really lopsided to them. Obsidian Dwarves to Fungal Dwarves, like that one, unless you were playing in a very specific way, I felt like it was, well, it wasn't like super close, but it wasn't like an impossible match for Obsidian Dwarves. They just needed to adjust the strategy. So that one was a cool one. Vargot Vanguards, that one was felt like an extremely hard matchup for Vanguards. If someone was for Vanguards,
Yeah.
so wasn't the big of a fan of that one. The Wayfarer Savannah Elves, that one was I think a close matchup. Like it felt like a bit of a coin toss, like super aggro matchup. But that one was fun, and we'll see
Yeah.
how Cloaks and Cave Goblins plays out. I think this one is. I know, like I think in general, I don't find like the close games that fun. Maybe that's why I wouldn't say that was close to being my favorite. But we'll see how it plays out in the numbers. How about for you?
Um, yeah, I was sort of disappointed. I feel like I shared some of like the hype with the community of like, I mean, people voting for this matchup, like Mountain Vargath versus Vanguards. I was like, oh yeah, that seems like that should be balanced. And like the Crimson Order versus Sand Goblins, I was like, oh, the Crimson Order can finally deal with, or the Sand Goblins can finally deal with Crimson Order. So that'll be nice. I think I I think I do still enjoy that matchup for that fact. Just like having a faction that can deal with them so well. But yeah, it seems like the matchups that end up a little bit lopsided are unfortunate. But fun overall, and I love Obsidian Dwarves, Fungal Dwarves. I know you feel like it was lopsided a little bit, but just like the ways Obsidian Dwarves needs to change their play, it seems like a lot of fun. And Wayfarer Savannah Elves, a lot can be on the luck of the draw, but it's just so much fun. Just like how different the games can go, and just the given how intense that is there. And I'm glad our Cloaks and Cave Goblins game, even though we're saying Cloaks favored, that we're still able to put up a fight. So yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, they do have a shot. Like they do have a shot. Like the goblins, they can have some really explosive hands that can take down anyone. But the thing is, you really rely on the luck of the draw and the luck of starting.
Yeah.
But yeah, my favorite, I would say, would be the Obsidian Dwarfs, Fungal Dwarfs one.
Mm,
Like it's a grind of a matchup, but it's one that you really need to think about it and strategize in a like how you're gonna play this to be able to deal with this, to be able to come on top. And there's a like a it's easy to well it's not impossible to win. It's actually you have good chances if you play it in that way. It's not like a very extremely unlikely like hard to even if you play it well, like you maybe don't have a shot type of match like the Vargathon or Vanguards in which
hmm.
you really were hoping to get lucky and have your opponent make mistakes or something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like that one a lot. I think my favorite is probably the Wayfarer Savannah Elves, just because it's so intense. But like for the thinking crazy stuff, Obsidian Dwarves, Fungal Dwarves for sure. And I think it also says something about like that this is one of like the weirdest seasons for matchups that it feels like we've had in a little while, and they're still intense. There's still a lot of fun. They can still go either way. So that definitely says something about Summoner Wars, that even the stuff that is lopsided is still good games.
Exactly. Yeah, I agree.
So, well, with that,
Perfect.
thanks for joining me. Thanks for playing all five of these. This has been a ton of fun. I've learned so much just chatting with you. I love it so much. So thank you. Just
Yeah,
thanks for playing.
absolutely, man. Thank you, and thank you everyone for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next season.
All right. Catch you later.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
We did it. We made it through all five. Vexer and I, who are both not playing in the league right now, have played the matchups. But yeah, very fun. And anyone that's new to the league, this is Summoner Wars Zone. Here, can I show it? There we go. SummonerWarzone.com. Just fan run league. You play 2 games a week of both sides of each of these matchups for 5 weeks. And so you've played 10 games total, and then you either advance if you're in the top two of your division, or you go down if you're in the bottom two. It's a lot of fun, and it's a great way to just get to know people in the community. Like that's how I like started making friends in the Summoner Wars community, is just join the league, and then the people that you played in the previous season, those are the people you're gonna be like hitting up to be like, hey, you want to practice the matchups. So it's just a great way to get involved and just play kind of casually. Nice series. Hope to be continued. Yeah, for sure. It's nice. It's nice at the league. I think it's usually a 2, sometimes 3 week break in between seasons. So nice little break. Yeah. I hope we do another one as well.